Hello Sagittarius, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. If Sagittarius is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Sagittarius, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And there we have a Knight of Swords. Interesting. That's a quick rush of air energy, right? It's a very, very strong wind. This might be the idea that you are changing course, right? Well, let's put that into some context. Okay, yeah, that might be, we might be onto something here. With the court cards right here. This is very interesting with the Princess of Cups and then the Knight of Cups, right? This could be that we've been called in a different direction, perhaps. Maybe we're kind of discovering what it is that we really want, and we're starting to kind of fly the other direction. That's interesting. I like the way that is. And we have more air. Interesting, we have the water here, and then we have the air energy that also kind of develops as we go through these cards. That's going to be quite significant. All right, so let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is one card from the Smith-Waite Tarot that we are just going to set aside. We'll put Mr. Ed right there on top. And we're not going to look at that card until the very end. Hopefully it will tie everything together, give us the confirmation that we need. We're going to do something a little more interactive here on this channel, right? If at any point during the reading you get an idea of what that card is, if you get a sense, if it starts to become clear, leave a comment in the comment section, okay? I want to see if we can, collectively raise our vibrations, collectively tap into our intuition, and start discerning that card. Maybe we'll make that a regular part of the channel here, to see if over time we get better and better at seeing that energy, right? Connecting with these cards and with that energy. And I think it will be a good experiment. But first, let's take a look at what we have. Now, there will be a moment at the end where we can have a moment of stillness and we can all kind of come up with our answers for this mystery card. But let's look at these energies that we have now. The only major arcana card we have is the Emperor, right? This is, it's in the position of your environment, of your timing, of your relationship with the environment. It is time for you to take charge. It is time for you, if we are making this course correction, if we are making kind of a 90-degree turn here, you've got to do so with full confidence, full authority, full power, no hesitation, right? Because this is something that if you really feel this strongly about it, as strongly as I think you do, then we've got to be all in. You've got to be the Emperor about it, right? But we're starting here on the path of the dove, and we start with, of course, this Knight of Swords here. So let's take the Knight of Swords and let's look at, well, let me just show you this card. See, this is a very swift moving energy, and it is our conscious mind. It's our thinking. It's our plan, our logic, right? I think that we've been on a certain path. Maybe it is a path that leads down here to this Ace of Pentacles, right? Maybe this is, we've been really involved in our career, let's say, or maybe we've had some very practical plans. We've had this idea to start this new thing, continue on our course of business or our life or our work or whatever it is. But I feel as if this air energy is suddenly and abruptly being stopped dead in its tracks by this water. It's almost swooping in here, and suddenly the Princess of Cups says, no, wait a minute. Wait a minute. So it's as if our mind is doing one thing, and then our heart comes in here and says, wait, no. I want something else. Right? I feel like there's kind of a heart-mind dilemma here. Right? I think your heart really wants to go in this direction. Your mind maybe was thinking that we were going this way. This is what the plan was. But now something's kind of thrown a wrench into the mix, right? Our heart kind of is activated here. And it's interesting that if we look at it horizontally, we see water, water, water. If we look at it vertically here, we see air, air leading down to earth. I think what's going on is really we're getting close to realizing that we'll never get this Ace of Pentacles. We'll never really be able to manifest our best life or start to live according to our intention if our heart and our mind are at odds, right? Because we're swooping down here to this Ace of Discs, the Ace of Pentacles, but then our heart comes into it and suddenly we're going in a different direction. We're not getting here. We're swooping this way. It could be that this is a career thing and now you're realizing that you want a family. I think this is something that your heart really, really, really wants, and it's changing the course of your life. Okay? I think it's going to be a positive change. When we get to the path of the serpent, we'll see why. I feel like the Ace of Pentacles down here, it may be something that we kind of thought we wanted. It may be what we just kind of assumed we were supposed to do, or this was the path that we were on, and we were just going to try to stay the course, right? Stay vertical. But I think we're realizing that the plan that we have, this air energy, it's not really working for us anymore. We're starting to see maybe that we do want something else, that this water energy is more important to us. So the Ten of Swords is up above everything on the path of the serpent there, or path of the dove. And this is the realization that our plans are kind of shattered, that we've shattered our plans, that we thought we were on this path, we thought we were headed in this direction, and now it's just like it's the illusion is gone. I realize that's not quite what I want anymore. Right? So this is a little scary, this card. It's kind of an ending, right? It's almost like we've stopped in mid-flight and we just think, I don't want to go there anymore. Well, now what do I do? Right? I know that my heart wants something else. How exactly is that going to play? Because we're still in our air energy. We still have this logic to deal with, our rational mind. We want to know, okay, well, I feel drawn to this other thing. How do I do that? Right? How do I change course mid-flight? And what are the steps that I need to take to get to what I really want? Right? I feel like we've had a change of heart. You know, I feel like we were getting closer to whatever this was. There's a few ways that this scenario can play out. You know, that perhaps you were about to enter into a very kind of binding situation, a partnership, a contract, a marriage, that was really more for practical purposes than for true love, right? True connection. We're stopping just short of hitting the button, right? Stopping just short of that commitment and realizing that our heart wants something else. We're shifting in mid-flight. We're going off this direction, following our heart, right? And this doesn't have to be a marriage kind of thing. It could be that you're maybe going to sign a contract for a record deal or a business deal or a big sale or a big commitment or a big contract, a project that you were signing on to or whatever it was, an employment contract. And maybe it seemed really good. On paper, it looks good, but at the very last moment, you're thinking, no, I want this. I got to follow my heart. Right? Maybe you're giving up, what could be potentially a lot of money to do something that means more to you. Right? Any of these possible scenarios might be resonating with you. I think for some of you, it might be more of a career thing. For others, it might be more of a personal romance kind of thing. Okay? But the water energy, this is what we really need. This is what we really feel. We start with the 9 of Cups. This is ultimately what you've always wanted. You wanted to live a life that had meaning, purpose, connection, love, joy, beauty, and pleasure. Right? You wanted to feel fulfilled, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally and spiritually. It could be that this path here maybe fills your cups physically and, mentally, let's say, right? You have the earth and the air. So that's kind of takes care of half of this. But then we also want the emotional fulfillment, and I think the spiritual fulfillment that goes with the water energy. So then we have the top half of this. So maybe this isn't so much about rejecting the air and the earth, but changing course to go in a new direction that maybe can have both, so that we can get all 3 levels of these cups filled up. Because this, again, it's ultimately what we want. We want a blending of thinking and feeling and doing and our spirit, right? We want body, we want mental, emotional, we want spiritual fulfillment, right? Connection. And I think we're realizing that just going straight down the middle is leaving out the emotional and spiritual sides. Maybe we realize that going just in this direction is leaving out the physical and the mental sides of things. So if we go just here, we're lacking some of our cups. If we go just this way, we're lacking some of our cups. So what do? Right? I think this is what we've always wanted. We wanted something that has both a practical benefit, but then also that spiritual, emotional connection too. Why can't we have both? Why can't we have a career and a family, right? That sort of thing. Why can't we have work that sustains us, that interests us, that also has this emotional connection, that also has heart in it? Why can't we do something we love, right? I think this is what we've always wanted. I think we are achieving that, and we'll find out why. First, though, we got to talk about the Princess of Cups, because this is the way that this is kind of coming about for you, I think, is maybe you're finding yourself daydreaming a little bit more, fantasizing a little bit more. Maybe when you're involved in this, whatever work this is here, whatever this plan was, you find that your thoughts, your heart, your dreams, your imagination is elsewhere. Right? And we're starting to get kind of wrapped up in our own imagination, our own dreams, our own fantasy life. And that, I think, is usually a very strong indication from the unconscious that there's something lacking in your conscious life. Right? It's your own spirit's way of telling you that we've been too air and earth. We need a little bit more water and fire. Right? And we get some fire over here. We get the Knight of Cups, which is also some fire. So we're starting to see that we do need a more integrated, a more holistic life. We can't neglect any of the elements because we're off balance. We're incomplete. Right? So these events, this kind of daydreaminess, this inability to really focus on this so much because we're just distracted by these just feelings and thoughts and just our imagination, right? This was the beginning of the realization that something was amiss, that there's something else that you really want, that this is what we really want, the complete picture. Right? This is what we need to strive for. And this is us striving for that. Now in the future, we've got fire and water. This is the Knight of Cups. This is us actively pursuing the last cup here. See, this is only a 9. It's not a 10. We got the 10 over here. This is us pursuing that final cup, the fulfillment of this dream. If this is what we always wanted, this is us going out there and making it happen, right? I think this is going to change your life. It's going to change your experience of life, right? And that's all about this Emperor energy in the position of your environment, in the position of the timing. We got the 10 of Cups, yeah, and this is kind of showing, what we need, what we want. This is us kind of having this fulfillment. You know, this is what we want. This is us going out and getting it. This is us having it. But in order to get here, I think we're going to need this Emperor. Okay, the Emperor is some real fire energy, right? It's that Aries kind of fire. This is our confidence, our assertiveness, our will and ambition to go out and do something difficult, right? Maybe a big challenge for you to have kind of, let's say, both halves of your life together as one, right? A holistic path of the dove, both paths kind of together, horizontal and vertical, you know. It might be difficult. We're going to have to be assertive. We're going to have to make decisions. We're going to have to do the tough thing. We're going to have discipline and focus, creativity. We're going to have the will to do it. You know, you've got the feeling. You've heard the call. You've got the dreams. We need the will, right? We've got the water. We need the fire. We've got the air and earth. You already know that you can plan things. You already know what your kind of physical, earthly goals are, you know. Let's incorporate all of this into a new approach to life. It doesn't have to mean you leave your job or that you leave your family or that anything drastic like this. It's a new way of perceiving it, a new way of being able to order and structure your life. The decisions that you have to make, the control and the discipline that you need in order to have the balance that we want, where we can fulfill this, that we can actually attain our dreams of living a physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually fulfilling life, all at the same time, which is the 10 of Cups. We need that Emperor energy. This is the missing piece. Next, we have the 3 of Pentacles. And the 3 of Pentacles is a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in the physical world, right? You've already put a lot of yourself into, I think, this initial path that we've been on. So we're reluctant to give up any of this. This is saying, well, I don't want to abandon all of the blood, sweat, and tears that I already put into this work. Is it all going to be for naught? Is it all for nothing? Was it a waste? So we get stuck here, and this is just kind of saying this is Mars and Capricorn. This is saying that you've already suffered a lot for this. So there's a reluctance now to move beyond this. But the idea here, because this is the position of what we don't want. This is the obstacle. Maybe we have to realize that we are not getting rid of the 3 of Pentacles, but we are adding to it. Right? That maybe we need a 3 of Wands, a 3 of Cups. Maybe not the 3 of Swords, but maybe the 3 of Swords too. Maybe we need to add to this 3. Make it a 4, a 5, a 9, a 10. Get our 9 and 10 in there. See, we had the 10 of Pentacles up here, or the 10 of Swords. Excuse me. The 10 of Swords, maybe we have this idea that our plans are shattered, and therefore, all of the progress that we've made is also gone, right? This is kind of the kind of a cognitive dissonance. This is a sudden realization that, hey, I'm not on this path anymore. This path isn't for me. It doesn't mean that you have to throw away all your stuff and abandon all of your relationships. No, it just means that we need to rethink our approach to life. So just because we have the kind of ending or the shattering of this illusion, right, that we've just been on this path and maybe deaf and blind to our true calling, it doesn't mean that all of the work, all of the effort we put into this is gone. And that's the scary part about the Ten of Swords, is that it feels like because I'm having this kind of mental realization that now everything that I've built, everything that I've worked for, all of the work that I've done is gone. But that's not the case. It just means that we have to then put these mental pieces back together in a way that is going to be more in line with our dreams. Okay? And that's the positive side of the Three of Pentacles here, because this now is us doing our work according to our blueprint, according to our dream, according to our body, heart, mind, and spirit. Mostly the heart and mind, because look, we have air and air, we have water and water. Our thinking and our feeling have to be unified. In order for us to get past the risk here, to get past this, it's going to take a lot to get me to abandon the work that I've already done. What it's going to take is the realization, the certainty that now your plans and your heart, your thinking and your feeling, your heart and your mind are unified. That's exactly what we see here. This is the Queen of Swords, water and air. Right? Water and air together. Now you have this new perspective. See, they're kind of up in the clouds. You have this new perspective of things that is based on your true calling, based on this water energy, based on your heart. And now we're making plans that are perfectly in line with that. This is heart-mind unified. And now we can have our absolute perfect fulfillment, and we can manifest our fire into earth. Now we can continue to do work, but we're building according to our divine plan, because we've now risen above everything to see what that plan is. Our heart and our mind now are unified. All of this air and water now are unified and ready to move forward in this process of manifestation. Because we've seen it. Because now we see it, we feel it, it's unified. There's no friction within us anymore. There was before, especially when we were doing our air stuff, going on this plan, and then we got kind of stopped in our tracks by this water energy, and we kind of wanted to do a 90-degree turn here. There was some friction there, but now there's unity. Now we understand what we want and how to get it. So this is changing your life in a very positive way. I want to look at this mystery card now. And this is the point in the reading. Well, thank you, Mr. Ed. This is the point in the reading where we try to raise our vibrations. We try to tap into our intuition, see if we can get a sense of what that card is, right, or what it should be. So I'm going to switch the cameras. I'm going to ask you to connect with these images, with these energies. And collectively, let's do this as an exercise. I like to make it kind of interactive here. What do we feel this card's going to be? Based on everything we talked about, what we feel, what we see in this energy. And if you want to pause the video, go ahead. We'll have a moment of stillness. If you don't want to play along, hey, that's fine too. Okay, maybe you're driving or you're doing other things, that's okay. But I feel like over time, if we do these exercises, we'll improve our success rate here, I think we'll get better and better at understanding this energy. Connecting. All right. So let's take one more look. What do I think it's going to be? Gosh, maybe some, I don't know, I was going to say maybe some water energy. Maybe some cups. I feel like the cups are already good on the cups. Maybe we need some earth, some solid earth energy. Maybe we need some major arcana, because all we have is this emperor. Well, what's the emperor doing? What is the emperor after? Well, the world, maybe. The universe. The sun. Maybe the emperor is after the sun. I'm going to go ahead and say the Sun for the mystery card. Oh, well, it's not the sun, but it is a star. It is a star. I think this is what you dream about. This is what you want. This is something that's maybe always kind of been in your heart, in your consciousness somewhere. And maybe it's always seemed like a very distant thing, a distant goal, unattainable. I feel like now you're kind of saying, I don't care, I'm going to try anyway. I'm going to go for it. You know, make it a life worth living, right? Go after your highest ideal. Even if it seems so far away, it seems like a dream. This is what you really want. And it will change your life. It will give you more connection, more meaning in your life. This is the confirmation. And this is perfect. Your dreams will become real, manifested. Right? It's beautiful. I love this. Sagittarius, we're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around, click either above or below in the description to this video. Okay. New Sagittarius readings come out every Wednesday and Sunday at 6 a.m. Chicago time. Please subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. I also want to thank you for watching this video all the way through until the end. It really helps out the algorithm. And that in turn helps out the channel. So we really are at the mercy of the algorithm. As far as, how much of a reach this video can achieve. So the more of these readings you watch, and if you do watch them all the way until the end, that really goes a long way to help out the channel here, and I appreciate that. All right. I also want to thank you for letting me read for you, and thank you for being the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot.